Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday.
Oh man,
We are here. The
We
guy
are.
next door is here.
we are.
We're not queer,
We're not,
but happy Pride.
but very happy Pride,
Happy
y'all.
Pride.
Happy Pride. Yeah,
Also, it is Black Music Month.
it is. It is.
Favorite black song right now? Go.
Favorite black song right
It
now.
gotta be by a black person.
You know what's crazy? You know what song I've been rocking a lot to besides LaKaylee 47's album, Shape Up. Make sure you go
Shape
check
Up
that
is
out.
tough.
It's crazy.
Shout out to LaKaylee. Shout out to Brian.
Yeah. Father Time by Kendrick Lamar.
It got you stuck.
It just the whole idea. I feel like we as black men often put daddy issues on women when in all actuality it shows up in all of us. Like even us, even me as a black man, like I got daddy issues. That's on me. There's so much in it that I hear that I'm like, damn, heard you. So yeah, father's like when I'm in the gym, I got that shit on repeat. That Rich Spirit
Love Rich Spirit.
and Silent Hill. Like
Love
it's those
Silent
three.
Hill. Love Purple Hearts.
Purple Hearts is fire.
Love Father Time. Love Auntie Diaries.
Auntie
I'm a
Diaries is
child.
fire.
I'm a child, so I will say that. Love how serious the song is. Love the take, but can I get away from how funny it is to say my auntie is a man now? It's hilarious. Let's move before I say something worse.
Lord.
Favorite black song. You know what I've been
What about
listening
you?
to?
What?
I apologize. Anita Baker said we could listen to her music again. So I've been listening to I Apologize.
I'm about
by
to
Anita
say she
Baker.
just got her masters back,
Yep.
right? Shout out to Chance.
She told us we're allowed to listen to it again. I'm like,
There
bitch,
we go.
I was listening to it anyway. Fuck you telling me? You ain't
Can't
my
tell
mama.
me. Can't tell me how.
Well, if she would have told me to cut it off, I'd have cut it off.
In front of her.
No,
it's like
if I seen the video, like, yeah, better not be listening. I'd be like,
goddamn.
she look like a real aunt. I don't want no smoke with Auntie Nita.
She's
I'm
like-
going to that show.
It's like Debo. It's like when she around, I ain't listening.
But when she,
But when she here,
I'm a listening guy. But I'm definitely going to that show.
oh no, it's gonna be crazy.
I gotta see that. Yeah, I gotta see her. I gotta see Usher, and I gotta see Silk Sonic.
I heard Silk Sonic is crazy.
But are they doing a residency out there, or they
Yeah.
just had a tour date out
They
there?
got a whole residency.
Yeah,
So literally, their entire instead of doing a tour, they just
say,
stayed in
I'm
Vegas.
Here, y'all pull up on us.
Yep.
Which is typically how I do visitors. Hey, not coming outside, but I'm here.
But I'm
if
here.
You'd love to pull up.
I would appreciate.
You know who
your
has
presence.
not pulled up yet?
Who?
Mac Wiles.
I haven't.
Neither here nor there.
I haven't.
Neither
I
here nor
haven't.
there. I've been in my new place for quite some time.
It's been
Still-
like 2 months, but yes,
I'm gonna do the math. March, April, June. Yep, about 3 months.
Yep,
about 3 months. About
yep,
3
yep,
months.
yep.
We're in New York, so that just means we have we go through multiple climates. So
exactly.
I was like, it's not been there for some. Nope.
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 Just
About 3 months.
3 months.
Hit that on the head. Pretty good math right there. That's a pretty shitty friend right there. He knows exactly to the T how long it's been since he has walked around. We don't live far.
We don't. We actually
I can
live.
see his apartment from my apartment.
He could probably open his window, throw a rock, and it'll hit the top of my building.
I've done it. Oh, what the hell is wrong with us?
I don't know, dog.
Oh
It's
man.
crazy.
Listen, y'all already know we have ADD slightly, but nothing has changed. If you are listening to us and not subscribed, please subscribe to the podcast on Apple or wherever you listen to podcasts. If you are on Apple, though, make sure you leave us a 5-star rating. Why? Because as you can see, we're children and we need so much validation.
Please.
So 5 stars, please. Also, leave a comment. Let us know how we're doing. We'll read it out loud. You want to read some? Matter of fact, Mac, pull up some comments. Let's read some comments because we've been saying this for like 3 years.
We have.
And never have read a comment on air.
It's on Apple Podcasts, correct?
Yep. And also shout out to everybody who we see out and lets us know how much y'all love us and
Yes.
how much,
Yes.
how much y'all fuck with us. We appreciate you. Shout out to the young lady I met, shout out to the young lady I encountered at the Kokomo block party. Lady,
I heard that joint was a vibe,
so
boy.
amazing. So amazing. Got some things to tell you off,
We'll
off
talk.
air.
We'll talk.
About how amazing it wasn't, but it was very amazing. It was very amazing. Shout out to Kokomo. Shout out to Tahoe. So shameless. Shout out to him. Had the block packed with pineapples. Nigga got the pineapple bussing.
Okay. I got a couple. I got a couple.
Let's go through. These are our comments on Apple. If you want your comment read on Apple, if you are listening to us on Apple, make sure you go to the Apple Podcast, subscribe, and leave a comment.
Mind you, I'm only gonna read the ones that are 5 stars because the ones that are 1 stars can suck our dick.
You heard?
Somebody said, "Son, they opened the show by calling Patrick Ewing a big beef patty. What is life?" LMAO.
I don't even remember.
From Mouse needing confirmation of Malibu's exact geographical location to them high-key sliding on music love, this episode was by far one of my favorites.
Not gonna hold you. Still not 1,000% sure that Malibu is in the I still think it's in. I still think you guys are lying to me, and I still think it's in Hawaii.
Oh Jesus!
If there's
Christ.
anyone who's been to Malibu, reach out to me. Let me know if it's in. Have you been?
I've been to Malibu. You forget I was on 90210, bro?
And you are 1,000% sure it's not in Hawaii.
I'm actually 200%, 2,000,000% sure.
Okay. Today is the day that I accept it.
Let me see. Funniest guys to listen to get your week started. Love you, Mouse.
Love you.
Content gives what it's supposed to. That's why.
Okay.
Spoke to my dog. Y'all got me hooked from episode 1. I ain't ever relate to nothing like this in my life.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to
you.
you.
Man, that sounds. Let's in there.
Yeah.
Let's in there because
I
I think from there it gets right. It could only get worse. One more.
Yeah, one more. Although it's a podcast aimed at men navigating life, it gives women a little insight into boy world, and I am constantly torn between having crushes on them and wanting them to be my big cousins. Love these guys so much.
Oh, that sounds a little incestuous.
We appreciate you. We know you from the South.
I know you from the South. You gotta be. That's a little incestuous. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, Guys Next Door Podcast. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you subscribe. And sign up on Patreon, patreon.com/Guys Next Door Pod. We got a whole new segment on there called Home Alone with Mac Wiles, where Mac sits and gives you some super dope stories from his time in the industry. Really good story I walked in on, but y'all gotta go pay up to see that. So patreon.com. And make sure you follow us on all social media platforms, Guys Next Door Pod. Before we jump into today's episode, I got something I want to get off my goddamn chest.
Oh shit. Go ahead, Mouse.
It's not what you're thinking about. Relax, pal. You
It made me nervous. You're making me nervous.
He said, God damn it. God, all right, Mouse, let's go. No, I am seeing an alarming rate of radio DJs talking about how much they're not going to play drill music.
Huh?
Yeah. They're
Why?
saying because it's too violent and, it's adding to street violence and, we already got Mayor Dickface on this whole campaign about drill music is what's causing all the rise in violence and
drill music is causing the rise in violence. Huh.
Because I wonder if they count the bodies that police drop.
I don't think they do.
As crime.
Do they listen to drill music?
They are the drillers. I don't know a bigger driller than the NYPD.
Talk about it.
The police department, the biggest drillers in the motherfucking world. So, I don't really understand what that is. But my issue is the selective morality. America does not have a problem. Black America, crime, whatever you want to call it, doesn't have a problem with music inciting crime. It's selective morality.
Mm-hmm.
Because where's all this energy when it's come time to protect these babies? When is all this energy?
When it comes time to protect these women. Wasn't it just a black woman who was shot 5 times?
5 times.
Because she was pregnant and wouldn't get on the floor?
Pregnant. Hands up.
Did we talk to those cops about what they listen to or what type of?
Because they listen to Kenny Chesney.
I'm about to say, are you gonna ban Jason Aldean? Like, come on, what are we talking about?
You fucking should. But yeah, I just want y'all to know I see y'all. Jude Apatow Jude, whatever it is.
Judd Apatow.
Wanda Sykes.
Mm.
What's the other one? The real fat, bland one. She like bag of bologna.
I know who you're talking about. I got
Schumer?
a name up. There we go.
Amy Schumer. I'm on y'all ass too. I've been quiet about this, but I'm on y'all ass today because y'all getting on my last fucking nerves. Okay? Y'all had all this to say about Will Smith handling his motherfucking business. Y'all had so much to say. They were. Now, Mac, I have to ask you, were you, as an actor, you got a few nominations, awards, you're an actor.
Yes, sir.
Were you at all traumatized? Because I know a lot of the acting community was traumatized when Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock.
I'm not gonna say traumatized.
Did you lose any sleep?
No, not really.
Did you feel unsafe to be at award shows where Will Smith would be?
What?
I'm just asking. Because this is what they're saying, and it's just so funny because they used every platform they could. Anyone that would, talk to them, they would talk back to let us know how disrespectful, unruly, ridiculous, scary, dangerous it was for Will Smith to do what he did. But funny thing, they've said nothing about that black woman who got shot 5 times. Wanda Sykes, you're a black woman. I don't expect better, but I'm just saying. There's a intersection right there. The babies, the damn babies
in Texas
said nothing about it. Y'all are not traumatized by that. You're not losing no sleep by that. Funny thing. Who else? Let me think.
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Nothing. Wanda Sykes, another intersection. Black people. Nothing.
Now, mind you, I understand, it's your prerogative to use your platform however you decide to. But understand, if you were going to use your platform to fight a certain injustice that we all said online, this has nothing to do with you. Stay out of this business. If you decide to get on your soapbox and to speak on these things, then you should be able to use that same soapbox to talk about the things that matter, which is stuff like this.
Bingo.
Police sitting outside for 40, 50 minutes while kids are inside getting shot because another man had to go in there who was border patrol and did what he quote unquote was trained to do to handle the situation. Where's your outrage about these other massive things that happen in America every day? Matter of fact, the craziest thing, it has been, Texas happened last week, right?
Yep.
If I'm not. In the matter of a week, there has already been about 2 more mass killed. What? There's nobody else who cares or wants to speak on these things?
I know what happened. I figured it out.
Talk to me.
They used all their thoughts and prayers.
Damn it.
They used them.
All of them?
On Ukraine. And Will Smith and Chris Rock.
That's real. That's real.
Thoughts and prayers are. I just realized that. Cam! Just realized that. Thoughts and prayers, they used them all.
Listen, man.
I think it only reads up like quarterly.
Really? Damn it.
Yeah.
I gotta figure that out. But since they'd have no more thoughts and prayers, I have no more fucks to give.
Boom. Let's move on. Just to let y'all know we was on y'all ass. Cause I know we kind of like exist outside of all that shit. We don't really talk. But I just want to let y'all know, like, hey, on y'all ass.
Yep.
Matt,
talk to me.
You got a great topic you want to talk about today?
Yeah, man.
Would you like to bring it in front of the congregation, the community, the neighbors?
So today, ladies and gents, I want to talk about something. And they.
Don't you dare forget the days.
Oh, to family. I'll just say family.
They'll fuck you up.
They will. Now,
is they separate from them?
No,
I feel like you forgot about they. So how you know about they?
I feel like that's the same.
Same thing.
That should be.
I don't know if it is. So shout out to they and them, because if them fuck me up, I'm gonna need they to protect me.
I want to talk about something that I feel like is plaguing the black community.
Oh shit.
Just as much as the police.
Oh shit.
I want to read this definition to you guys. The definition of embarrassment is a feeling of self-consciousness, shame, or awkwardness. A person or a thing causing embarrassment. I want to talk about embarrassment. I know for me as a kid, I've often heard the quip from my parents.
The quip.
You get in the store, you better not embarrass me.
Don't embarrass me in here.
Or, yo, we in church, don't embarrass me in here.
Okay.
Or even from your significant other. The only thing I ask, babe, is don't embarrass me.
Oh my God, don't get me started, go.
Oh, I touched something. I touched something. So, ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about embarrassment in our community. So, first and foremost, my first question is, Mouse, what was your earliest memory of being embarrassed?
You can't embarrass me.
Even as a kid? Like, you never...
I think it was worse as a kid because I was just so sure of myself. I don't know who did it. Why shaking your head, Cam? What happened? What?
Ooh.
What? Cam has never spoke on this. Cam,
I love it!
Where's the microphone, Cam?
Right here. Come on, Cam.
No, where's your mic?
Oh,
Is this mic on? Come talk on this mic.
Please.
Hurry up.
We don't need you on camera. We just need the mic.
This mic's not on?
Yeah.
All right, well, speak loud. Now, Cam said he called Cat. I agree with you. Listen, I'm proof point. You know, and they are.
Come on.
They are fixtures on this podcast at this point.
Shout out to my dupes.
They'll tell you. They tell you to this day. They're like, we still don't believe you're human. You got feelings. She said it on this podcast. I said, don't say that out loud. That's 12. Mom.
What's the matter?
Nothing's the matter. Oh, you whispering. You must be at work. You're on the podcast, so don't say my real name. Okay, remember that. Okay, don't say my real name. All right, thank you.
I'll just say son.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't call you your real name any other time. Don't say it like I be around the house. Woman who has a first name. Your name is Mom. Okay.
Well, you just call me Mom.
Okay. Well, you're on the podcast. Say hi to Mac.
Hi, my children. How are you?
Hey, Ma, how you feeling?
Okay.
I'm good. How you feeling, baby?
You know, we out here working.
Well, yes, we are.
I know, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Ma.
Thank you. Now, listen, Mom. So we're recording. We literally just started talking about today's topic, embarrassment. And Mac asked me. He said, "What was my earliest?" He was like, "What was my earliest
memory
of being embarrassed, like as a kid?" And I was like, "I didn't get embarrassed as a kid." And so our producer, who don't talk, our engineer, who does not speak typically, he sits in a corner like a cocoon. He does not speak. He had the nerve to open up his quiet mouth and say, "Cat, you lying. Kids is always embarrassed." Mom, I want you to tell these people what it was like raising a young Mouse Jones when it came to embarrassment.
Me, I don't really have that many embarrassing moments because I just roll with it.
See? And that was both of us.
Yeah, I just roll with it. So I don't have those kind of memories with my mother. What if my mother's have? Like, yeah, she said it. What?
No, Mom, me. Not with you and your mother, with me.
You're like me.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't imagine. I'm trying to think. It's really nothing I said or did that really embarrassed you.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't.
I know.
As a kid, I was not. It's so hard to embarrass me as a kid. I was so confident and did not care. I think I was.
Right.
I think I was so also.
Like oblivious too.
Yeah, I think that too. I was so in my own world as a kid that I was just oblivious to what's going on. So maybe something should have been embarrassing, and I was just like, can't wait to get home and watch Power Rangers. So, like, that's really how I like negotiated with the world. It was like, really don't want to do this.
It didn't shake you like that. Yeah. If I gave you a kiss at the bus stop, that didn't bother you. If I walked you to the bus stop, that didn't bother you.
If I got whooped in public, didn't bother me.
Oh, Jesus.
She said, "Oh, Jesus."
It might. It embarrassed. Yes, y'all did. Don't lie now. The statute of limitations is up. Don't lie now. Yeah. There was a few public beatings. There's a few. All right, Ma, I just want to prove a point to Cam. Cam, do you accept that now?
He's back quiet. He's back quiet, ladies and gentlemen.
You're not built like that.
You heard my mom. I ain't built like that for now. Now listen, I'm 33 now. I could be embarrassed, so I need y'all to relax. But we just talk about it as a kid. You couldn't embarrass. Now, oh, you can embarrass me now. Not much. Not much can embarrass me because I will act a fool with you. But there's a bit. There's a bit. All right, ma, I love you. Talk to you in a little bit.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Ma.
Bye.
Told you.
That's good.
Like I think I'm just so oblivious, bro. I was so oblivious.
It was different for me. Very different.
Why? Because you was a bit chubby growing up.
What? I was chunky monkey. I was a husky boy.
So were you embarrassed or insecure? Or was there there was an intersection of both?
I think it's an intersection of both. But my earliest memory of being embarrassed. My earliest memory of being embarrassed. I was about. I think I was in kindergarten. So I went to a school that every kid in Stapleton went to. It's like right on the corner of our neighborhood, called PS14.
Mm-hmm.
And the schools from kindergarten to like 5th grade or whatever. I only went to kindergarten. From kindergarten, they sent me to a school that was like for kids who excelled or gifted kids or whatever. And the school was, at the time, it was 1 through 8, and then as the 8th graders got older, they did 1 through 12. I mean 1 through 12, and then they did K through 12.
Yeah.
So I was in there from 1st grade all the way to 12th grade, like in the same school. Anyway, rewind. We're in PS14. These are all kids from my neighborhoods, from whether it was Stapleton or Park Hill. This is the school that kids went to. I'm sitting in class. I'm raising my hand to the teacher. It's literally, we're like 10 minutes away from time to leave. Kids' parents are coming in, getting ready. We're waiting for the bell to ring. I'm raising my hand for the teacher. My stomach is rumbling. I'm like, yo, can I please get up? Like, can I go to the bathroom? Tristan, we're about to leave. Don't worry. You can hold it for a couple of minutes. Rumble, rumble, rumble.
Oh my days.
Miss, I really gotta go to the bathroom. Like, please just let me go. Tristan, you sit down, you wait. Class is almost over. She's starting to hand out snacks to everybody. Rumble, rumble, rumble. I'm like,
not the snacks.
Oh, nah. I said, Miss, I really have to go to the bathroom. She said, Tristan, I told you to sit down and wait right there. Class is almost over. Rumble, rumble, rumble. I said, oh, damn, man. What is I gonna do?
What is I gonna do?
And before I could even answer, my body said, let me tell you what we gonna do. I shit on myself in that classroom.
Oh, my days.
I shit
Right
on
in that
myself.
classroom?
Right in the classroom.
Ooh.
Couldn't even, it was like uncontrollable. Like I tried to hold it as much as I possibly could. And my body was like, we ain't got no more, champ. It's a wrap.
Yeah, no, these
These are baby bowels.
Yeah, I was about to say, we've been holding in candy corn, fruit
These are baby
roll-ups,
bowels.
chicken tenders, corn. Because I don't know why school gave us corn
all the time,
every
all the time,
day.
all the time.
Every day God sent there was corn on that goddamn tray.
Yep. And I thought because class was over in a minute, I'm like, damn, all right, cool. I could possibly hold this down, and as soon as like class is almost over, so it's nobody gonna catch it, nobody gonna smell it. It will be done. I'll be able to get up out of here, run to the bathroom, discard my drawers.
Now, did you lose it because you tried to let the fart out? Because right.
That's probably what it was.
Okay, because that's happened.
That's always happened.
Yeah, that's happened.
That's always happened.
I just wasn't embarrassed about it. You try and let that fart.
It's like there's always a little more behind it. Yeah.
There was
yeah.
one time I was about to get some pussy and I was like, I'm about to shit on you, lady.
I gotta go.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
So,
and I knew I shitted myself out some pussy.
Yeah.
I took a shit in that lady crib. I was in that bathroom about 20, 25 minutes and she knew I was shitting. She didn't want to have sex with me.
She walked by the bathroom. She heard nothing but beatboxing.
I'm giving it up to the Lord.
Are you okay, sir?
And then I sit. I'm a sitter, so I sit and make sure that all is out. Some people y'all get up too fast, and that's why you got shit a whole bunch of times. You know we some regular niggas.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Boy, I already am guaranteed 3 to 4 shits a day.
A day.
If I did not take my time during these and make sure everything is out, I might be on that toilet a bit more.
A little more.
So yeah,
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So the kid who was my best friend at the time, his name is Ketter. And Ketter sat right behind me. Oh man. I remember feeling the embarrassment as soon as he said, "Hey, what's that smell?"
God damn it, Ketter.
I said, "Shit." No pun intended. Like that's exactly what it was.
You told him what it was. Even as a child, Mac was he was unabashedly honest.
You start seeing it felt like a fucking movie. All of the kids started like, "Oh my God, what the?" Everybody looked at me and was like, "Ew!" The teacher was like, "Tristan, you couldn't hold it." I said, "No."
Dirty bitch.
The worst part was at the time I lived in Park Hill. So Stapleton is like, I guess Stapleton and Park Hill are next to each other. So my shitty ass had to walk up the hill to Park Hill.
So the smell elevated.
With shit on my ass the entire time. Because my mom's was like,
Bring your shitty ass home.
"Bring your shitty ass and we going home.
Getting in my car.
We going home. Come
not
on.
getting in my car
We're
with this.
walking up the block. Come on. Let's walk." Dog, you want to talk about embarrassment? I think that was the first initial time I understood what embarrassment
Now,
felt
how
like.
is embarrassment, whether for that situation or just itself, how has embarrassment stayed with you? Or fear of embarrassment? What is your relationship with embarrassment today?
I think as it stands now, embarrassment is to me, it sucks, but to me, embarrassment is like working out.
Okay.
It's because you have to understand your boundaries. And I don't think that you can learn those boundaries or learn where you need to be better or how you need to be better by just not paying attention to the way you feel in certain instances. Sometimes I think if used correctly, embarrassment can be gas or fuel towards your constant pursuit of being better. But it also can be an hindrance to you as a person. I think it all depends on your relationship with it. What about you?
So
Because I feel like now you're at an age. I mean, I guess when you were younger, you were so much freer and pure.
Yeah, so pure.
Versus
A lot of that is still here.
I mean, obviously, or you wouldn't be Mouse Jones.
Right. I think my relationship with embarrassment is now like more outward, where it's not about me. I've cut off family members for embarrassing the family. So, like I have whatever. I have an uncle who is the reason why I kept my last name. So, growing up on Long Island, after my mom and my dad married, I went by my dad's last name. Now, obviously, for legal reason, whatever, I couldn't officially change it because my biological father, I would take, boom.
Yep.
So, but if you went to middle school with me in Deer Park, you know me by a different last name.
The last name, yeah.
And then my grandmother died when I was 14. My uncle is alcoholic, bro. He's like a fall down, don't get up, and embarrassing drunk. And I was in my grandmother only had my mother and my uncle. My uncle don't have no boys. So that's where the last name Jones would have died. So I'm like, oh, I can't. And this is as a kid. Like 14, I'm like, oh, I can't let my grandmother's name go out. That's when I started going by
Jones.
Yeah, and like without no problem, like, nah, it's this, boom. Pushing it. My kid's gonna have that name. Because like, I don't even really bang with him. Like, if you call my phone, I'm not answering. I'm not.
Like it's
embarrassing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's other family members like that where if you're embarrassing, that's the quickest way to get cut off.
Mm.
Like if you're, it's like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing right now?
It's funny. I used to have the same mindset when it came to embarrassment. I did for a long time, and I think it's just the way that we grow up, right? I think it's we often, like just how I said, our relationship growing up with embarrassment is, you keep it away from you. um, it wasn't until I started to get a little older, or even not even a little older, maybe like in the past 3 years,
Right.
turning 30, that I've realized the importance of embarrassment.
It's
Or
necessary.
I personally think that it's necessary, and I think it can be, again, if used correctly, it could be the starting ground to change, to being something more, being something better. What to you, in your mind, what are things that can embarrass you now?
Well, like I said, having like embarrassing
Family.
that can definitely embarrass me, and it's not so much about me; it's about my family, like my mom, my dad, my sisters. Like,
So you'll feel embarrassment literally for somebody else. Like
yeah, because
you can't.
I'm me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there was a situation. I'm telling all my business now. You better tell some of your business. I'm telling all my business. You told your shitty business. I tell it, whatever. So I'm at Trap Karaoke in Charlotte. This is the first one back. This is the first
This
one
is
back.
like couple.
It's August.
Yeah. Okay.
First one back. And I go down there, and I'm just happy that the world is open. I'm back. Oh yeah, it feel good.
Cooking, back on
Got
stage.
got a lot of shit going in my head because it's like, all right, woof, we about to make some money. I'm climb out this hole,
Mm-hmm.
get shit together. This is all going on in my head at once. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to Charlotte now. My father is from Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
His family moved to Charlotte, so there's a lot of my father's family in
Family out there.
Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
His mother, his brother, they kids. So when I get down there, same thing as always, And I love that side of the family. It's how it is.
Yeah.
You go down there and they treat you like the celebrity, and
Oh my God.
everybody, cool. So they never been to the show. So I was like, all right, cool. Everybody coming to the show. So my little cousin comes, my other cousin comes, my uncle, his daughter. So that's my other cousin, my little sister who's my assistant. So everybody's there. They start getting drunk. And I have them feeling special, so I was like, so I let them on the inside of
I'm about to say, yeah, the little, yeah, right by the stage.
You was with us in the Fillmore.
Yep.
In Charlotte.
Oh no.
So by the stage on the other side of the gate.
Okay.
So they weren't on the outside; they were right next to the stage, but that's inside the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, all right, they could be here, they could feel special, whatever. Worst idea. Worst fucking idea.
I got a story for you after.
They got drunk. They're walking in front of the stage, climbing on the. I gave one of them a bottle, like just being like, like they give us a bottle on our rider. Nobody on the team drinks, so it's like
okay, yeah, this is for you.
Gave the bottle. I said, do not drink it in here. Why I said that? It doesn't matter. They were drunk. They fight. I said, oh my God. I literally was so embarrassed for myself. I was like telling the team, like, hey, listen. Never,
I'm so sorry, guys.
Never. And
Never
shout out
again.
to the team because everybody was like, Mouse, it's your family. Don't worry about it. Boom, boom. Like, I'm like, no, this is embarrassing. So they've been forever banned from Trap Karaoke. It doesn't matter what city they're in. Love them, but forever banned.
Man, I remember for me feeling firsthand embarrassment. Another instance that I felt firsthand embarrassment. And again, I think all of these things built me to the man that I am today, right? All of these things are just constant growing tools and all of that. I'm about 16 years old. Yeah, I'm like 16 years old. We just finished the first season of The Wire. It just dropped. People are hype about it. I finally get invited for the first time ever to Summer Jam. Oof. Now, if y'all aren't from New York, I mean, I guess you hear about Summer Jam, but it's a whole nother thing to be there, to be in the moment, to be in the energy of it. And this is, this is my first time doing a summer jam, and it's not like being inside of the crowd, which I hear is probably the most fun. We're backstage. We're up in the suites, the whole nine.
Sweets is lit.
It's crazy. So it's me, one of my managers at the time, and my older brother, Nev. So again, we some kids from the hood. We just trying to we're trying to figure it all out. My brother at the time doing whatever he was doing. He got a big fucking iced out platinum chain. And so we're walking around, we're walking through the whole joint, and he has his big chain on, and I got dressed up as, I guess, as fly as I possibly could. Me and my manager's taking us to the suite up top. We like, okay, cool. Okay, this is the spot. Okay, Mac, we're gonna walk around and schmooze a little bit. Nev, I don't know if we don't want to have a lot of people with us, so let me just bring Mac. You can stay up here in the suite. You're fine. There's a bar right there. Do what you want to do. Nev walks over to the bar. He's on some like, yo, how much for a Hennessy?
Oh, he didn't ask how much. Not in the suite.
He said, hold on. He said, how much for a Hennessy? And they said, they was like, sir, it's free. He's like, what do you mean? He said, sir, it's free. You don't have to pay anything. Like, if you want to leave a tip, you could leave a tip. He said, so if I just come up to you and ask you for a cup of Henny, you just gonna give me a cup of Henny? They said, yeah. Nev looked at me and was like, oh, this is lit. So he gets his first cup. He starts sipping. And he's on some like, yo, Mac, listen. You're gonna be out here with a bunch of these celebrity niggas and all of that, and all of these famous niggas. Like, yo, bro, you're gonna have to look the part. So he takes his chain off. He puts it on my neck. He's like, yo, bro. So just go out there. You make sure you shine on these niggas. I'm like, all right, yes, it's lit. So we walking around. Me and my manager, we go walk around backstage. I'm like, yo, you good though, right? He's like, yeah, I'm good. It's like, I'm by the bar, nigga. I'm perfect. I'm good. I was like, all right, cool. Walking around backstage, seeing mad people. First time I probably met Angie Martinez, meeting all of the people from Hot 97, different celebrities that were backstage. It was fire. I think we finally came back upstairs maybe like a half hour later. Not even that long. Maybe like 20 minutes to a half hour. Make our way back upstairs, and I see my brother, who is visibly more drunk than we left him. Obviously, he's probably had a couple of cups.
Right.
And he's grooving. I think somebody's on stage and he's grooving, like having a good time, got the cup in his hand, just chilling. But as he's grooving, I could see that there's a chain on his neck. And it's just hitting both sides. It's another big ass platinum chain.
But you got his chain on.
I'm like, what? So I walk up to him. I'm like, yo, Nev. He's like, yo, what's good? What's good? I was like, nothing. What's good? He's like, nah, I'm chilling, man. Just sitting here drinking. He's like, yo, craziest shit happened, man. He's like, yo, I'm in the bathroom. Some nigga yapped me for my chain, bro. So I had to get my shit back from him. I said, what? I said, wait. So what happened? He's like, yo, I don't even know how the nigga got it off my neck. But like, he's like, I'm in the bathroom and I see the nigga with the chain on and I start touching my chest and I'm like, yo, he said, I beat the nigga up.
Aww.
I said, I took the chain and I'm like, nigga, like, you must be crazy trying to take my chain. I said, yo, I have your chain on. He said, oh, I think we gotta go. And we left. I mean, that was my first.
Did y'all ever?
Nope.
Never mind. Don't
Nope.
want to talk about it.
That was my first summer jam experience, and that was me feeling firsthand embarrassment.
What was your manager like? Is this your manager or like
This is before, of course, before Dale and everybody. But
so this is somebody who's not of the elk.
Yeah, but no, he understands because he's from the hood like us. But he was even on some like, we got to get the fuck up out of here.
Nev beating up a nigga and taking his chain back. That's not his chain.
Yo,
it's hilarious.
He thought it was his chain. And all I could think about was there's some poor soul beat the fuck up in the bathroom right now, just upset that somebody took his chain while he was trying to piss. Like, it's crazy.
Hennessy is the devil, child.
Hennessy is the devil.
It's the devil.
Oh man. Okay. I want to get into the other side of this. Again, just because we constantly hear about the embarrassment of these things. Actually, before I go there, let's touch on something here. Another big thing that we always hear embarrassment is in relationships. Do you remember the first time that you either embarrassed somebody or felt embarrassed
Do I
in a
remember the first
relationship?
time I embarrassed somebody? No. No. The first time I hit publish on a podcast, I guess. I don't know. No, absolutely not. I don't remember. That's not for me to remember.
True.
This shit is...
Well, have you ever been embarrassed in your relationship? Has somebody ever embarrassed you?
In it? I don't think in it. I think like post. I feel like.
But how close post? Because there's like a
you know me.
There's like a statute of limitation. Like if
mine is a little longer. I'm trying to think. Shit. Yes. Actually, yes. Oh, yes. The fuck I do.
Oh Lord.
The well. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
the situation at the well.
Okay.
Because it was embarrassing on two parts. One, I felt like, fucking trigger warning, y'all. I'm just talking, so y'all gonna be like, I'm not calling nobody out their name. This is just how I talk. So, one, I felt a bit embarrassed. Like, damn, I really gotta keep explaining this to my bitch. Like, my bitch don't understand this concept. Like, why my bitch don't understand this concept? Like, I keep telling her, like, you supposed to bow, get it. All my other bitches from, like...
the rest of my life.
Like, they never had to... it was never this point where I had to explain something so much. Like, hey, don't... But you, I'm trying to ride out with you, bitch, and you are wilding. So, yeah, that situation at the well was embarrassing for that reason. And then the way I reacted... No, I wasn't embarrassed about that, actually. That probably embarrassed her.
Yeah.
And then I felt bad about embarrassing her.
There we go.
But I didn't feel bad because I'm like, you
brought
put
this
me
on
in this predicament to do such. But yeah. So yeah. Yeah, anything else is probably just from recording this podcast. Somebody's always embarrassed. Somebody's always upset.
I've definitely embarrassed women before. And just from me being young and not caring, or not even not caring, not taking into consideration other people's feelings. I think as a young man, when you are thrust into the spotlight, and I guess at a young age you weren't. I mean, I didn't get no love, man. I remember to this day, women coming up to me being like, "Oh my God, your brother is so cute. Like, can you?" And that shit would kill me. Like, bitch, I am right here. But I think once you get to a spot where you're getting the spotlight and all of that, of course, you have to make your own mistakes so that you actually learn and know what's right and what's wrong. So throughout the years, I've made my mistakes with several different women, just trying to figure it out. But as my grandfather said, it always made for good music. No, but I've definitely been embarrassed, and I've felt people have made me embarrassed post, mostly more than anything else.
Before I say so.
Oh man, no, I think there's something when it comes to that feeling though that I think is necessary, which is and it's so funny because as we get older, the one thing that I want to make sure that even that I push on to my daughter is when she starts to feel these things. Don't run from it. You can't hide from it. You're supposed to feel these things. These are things that are necessary for you to feel. For even the people in my life that are older now and starting to understand the things that they've done from the past, it's like, no, you're supposed to feel this. You know, it's not bad to feel this way. It may seem like that just because of our culture or just because of the way that we constantly have these conversations about embarrassment. But I think it's necessary. So on the flip side of embarrassment is confidence. Literally, if you Google it right now, the opposite of embarrassment is confidence or cockiness or whatever, right? But to me, it's confidence. Now, there's always a quote that sticks out in my head when it comes to embarrassment. It's that the key to mastery in anything, the key to mastery or the admittance for mastery, how much you got to pay for the mastery of something is embarrassment. I don't think that you can learn or you don't give yourself a platform to learn how to be better or where to be better if you're not willing to be embarrassed by it. And I think that's with everything. I think that's with relationships. I think that's with the arts. I think that's with sports.
But do you think due to our, well, in your regards, I'll say fame.
Mm-hmm.
In my regards, I'll say popularity. In both of our regards, I'll say notoriety.
Okay.
Do you think our partners have an unfair burden to carry in regards to making sure they don't embarrass us or shame us?
Yes, I do. But if we were regular niggas, it wouldn't matter.
Mm.
We're not regular, just as you said, you know, because of the fame or the notoriety or the popularity.
Like, you're famous. I'm popular.
There's
a difference. Either way, neither one of us can afford to be embarrassed. Yeah.
And it's I always have this conversation with Christina where she'll say stuff like you always hold me to such a higher regard than everybody else, and it's because I'm supposed to.
Like, I'm supposed to hold it.
I hold you to a higher regard because naturally, as my woman, as the person that's in my life, as essentially as my rib,
mm-hmm.
You're automatically going to be held to a higher regard or a higher standard. Now, again, family, it is what it is. Pretty much kind of even a close second, but it's not the same. I have to hold you higher because people are automatically, no matter what, when they look at you, they're going to see me. So I have to protect that or even allow you to make those mistakes, which of course, nobody wants that, but I have to allow you to feel that embarrassment or feel the pressure of what that embarrassment could be, because that'll help you be better and help me be better. Like, it'll help us stay where we have to be. So I personally think that it's necessary. Otherwise,
agree.
Otherwise, we would stay where we were.
I mean, I agree, right? Like, everybody's job, once you're invited in, once you want to be in and get invited in, everybody's job is to protect the throne.
Yeah.
Everyone's job. The kids, everyone's. But sometimes people fail.
Yeah, of course.
And sometimes you catch it early, and sometimes it's like, oh, I guess we got to live with that now.
I do think that there is redemption. I do believe in redemption.
No, it's not when it comes to embarrassment. You can't unembarrass me.
I don't think that you can unembarrass somebody, but I do believe in showing up, right? If you did embarrass me, what are you doing to show that you have learned from this? If you do feel embarrassment or the secondhand embarrassment, what are you doing to show the change in doing that? I'm reading this book right now. Tim S. Grover's Winning.
Relentless?
Winning. I'm reading Winning right now.
Oh, the other one.
Yeah. And the chapter that I just read is about confidence, which is hilarious. I wasn't even planning to I didn't know that was the chapter I was going to read today. I just pressed play and it was that. Right before I said, this is the episode that we're going to do. So just the uncanny timing. And he talks about the only way to gain the confidence to win as much as you need to, you have to be embarrassed. He's like, he's like, with every person that I've worked with, whether they're the top athletes or the top businessmen, everybody has that origin story, and it's something that stems from embarrassment. He said for Kobe, it was the game that he shot 3 air balls in, like he shot an air ball in the fourth quarter and then 2 air balls in overtime. He said for Michael Jordan, it was him getting cut from the team in junior varsity. He's like, everybody has. He said for me, he said I used to be in class, and me coming to the state where I wasn't from, and they said the teacher called on me and told me to spell something as simple as ham. And I'm in my head, I'm like, why would I spell ham like it's something that you eat? But okay, HAN. And everybody bust out laughing at him. And he said it started there. Then once he got to college and he's in his kinesiology class, and every time that you got an answer wrong or you didn't know an answer to something, the teacher would make you stand up. And he said for the first semester, I was standing up every single class, and it bothered me. He said to the point where I started to get the syllabus and read ahead of everybody else so that I knew the answers before anybody else did. He said so that by the end of the year, the only person that sat down every class was me. So I do think that there's something whenever it's opposites, they're connected in some sort of way. So to get that confidence, to build that, I do think that once that embarrassment happens, there is a redemption that can come from it. You just have to be willing to do it, and I don't think a lot of people are willing to do it.
Inwardly, sure, but outwardly, I don't think so. Like, I don't think there's. This is gonna sound crazy. Not crazy. It's probably gonna sound like super juxtaposed, but because we're human. So outwardly, I don't think if you embarrass me, you can't unembarrass me, right?
True.
And then me being me, I lived the complete opposite of what you just said. Like, there is no redemption for it. Like, if I'm gonna love you and keep you in my life, like I just said with my, you heard what I just said with my. You're banned. You are not allowed to even purchase a ticket to this event ever again. You're still my family. I still love you. Cookouts, it's all good. But you can't come to my place of work.
Yeah.
And there's no coming back from that. You violate that. You can't. Now, I'm the same way, except I don't think it's fair, because when it comes to, I think there is levels to it. I think we have to be honest about it. Like, I don't think men are held to like a fair level of what's embarrassing when it comes to women.
True.
I think some people are held to like this thing where it's like, I can't live my life not to embarrass you. And I think sometimes when that happens, I think, that muddies relationships. I can't live my life with everything I'm doing that would embarrass you. You might need some tougher skin or deal with someone else. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't tell you how many times I've heard like, but da-da-da, and then embarrassing. I'm like, cause I'm breathing, bitch? That's embarrassing? The fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, I
Like
do agree.
the very
I do
thing
agree.
that is me, that got you here, the very thing that is me
Is now
is
embarrassing.
now
you.
embarrassing. I can't do nothing about that. Doesn't take accountability off of me for doing like things that are like, oh, all right, that's embarrassing.
Mhm.
But like me just being me, that's embarrassing.
That's wild. That's what I'm saying. I do I do personally agree. I do, because I think that there is certain instances that it is it's something for them to solve, right? To a certain extent. And again, I don't think you're wrong about the family not being able to come to the show anymore. I do think that, depending on the embarrassment or depending on the situation, of course, there has to be repercussions. There has to be.
I don't even want to give you a repercussion. I just want to avoid this ever happening again.
But
You know-
that's,
you know how that happens?
essentially that's a repercussion. Like, you
Sure.
can't come here anymore.
But this is just like, it's not even for, I don't even want you to feel like a repercussed or reprimanded. I just want to never have to deal with this again.
Yeah.
The best way to never have to deal with this again, keep you out.
Keep
you
you
out.
out this situation.
But it's so weird because then I feel like we need shame. Shame is gone and we need it back.
Explain.
Like social media, people will sit on social media all day and tell you stories about their L's that we should never know. Oh, my nigga cheated on me 86 times and I took him back in on the 88th time.
Well,
He got a bitch pregnant, gave me warts. But we didn't need to know this.
Misery loves company.
We didn't need to know this.
So everybody goes into their Twitter bubbles to try to
shamelessness is
No, I think
disgusting.
they just they're trying to commiserate with someone. They're trying to be like, okay, I don't know who else I could talk to. I know that there's one person out there in the world who's had this worse. And if this gets shared enough times or reposted enough times, there's going to be one person who'll be like, bitch, and this happened to me. And that shame.
But like
that
nobody
shame lifts
thinks
up
past that moment. Like
No,
right
not
before
at
you
all.
pull your camera, like perfect example, people crying on camera.
I never understood it.
I remember
If you're not winning an award,
I remember
or
I recorded-
if you are not one of the families from Texas and they throw a camera in your face,
like hitting
Hitting
record,
record.
and sitting in front of you can literally stop it.
not even that. If you want to keep it for you.
Like that, like no shame. Have you no shame?
Yeah. Again, I think all of this is just in the new age of social media and people looking for people to commiserate with them. And again, I do think that there can be power in certain things, showing emotion, et cetera, et cetera. But when you're doing it for people to just for people to just be like, man, I know I know that was bad. If it's not for, and I hate to say this like this, but if it's not for a worthy cause, then what are you doing it for? It feels like you're doing it just to, like, for the likes, for the attention, for people to. That's where the shame starts to get muddy and all of that. But I think going back to just embarrassment and shame, we've come to a place now in society where instead of being shamed or instead of being embarrassed, we're quick to cancel someone and not give them an opportunity to learn from said situations. I think cancel culture and embarrassment are, I think,
Go hand in hand.
not hand in hand, but I feel like it is, if embarrassment is a Charmander, cancel culture is Mega Charizard.
The black joint.
I think that's what it is. I think we've gotten to a place where, and I think that's why that may be another facet to the reason why I look at embarrassment the way that I do. I think it's necessary. I think it's very.
It has to exist.
I think it
Because
has to exist.
there has to be a gauge of, okay, I want like the thing about what Tim Groover was saying about the kinesiology class. It was necessary.
Yeah.
You needed that.
Because
right?
it makes you have to stand up and be better on your game.
But we don't need the part that embarrasses someone like that. We don't need the part that embarrasses someone to the point that they want to kill themselves, or like embarrasses them to the point where it's like now destructive, like Kevin Samuels. Like he made a living. I'm not gonna take I've said enough. I was gonna make a joke, but I think I've kicked him enough while he was down.
That was a good one too.
Not like he's getting back up. No, but he made a living embarrassing people, and I am all for however you got to be better, get better. But I don't think we should be taking the opportunity to embarrass, like when I see these videos, these parenting videos. You remember a few years ago, like it was like a big thing in the South or wherever, where like people would just do embarrassing shit to their kids. Like, oh, you did bad. I'm gonna shave a hole in your head. Like, what?
Slap you in the face with some cheese and all that. Like,
and then film it.
What do we need to see this for?
Have you no shame?
Yeah.
Because now what does that do to the kid?
That kid has to deal with that for the rest of their life.
So now it's worse, right? Like when my kids fuck up, I don't embarrass them. Do my best to keep that shit as insulated as possible.
Yeah.
Let's deal with this shit. But imagine me like, oh, now I'm like, I don't even like buy you bad clothes.
See, that's the thing. I think for the idea of embarrassment, it comes to the idea of embarrassing someone else is or can be toxic, just due to us not necessarily having. You can embarrass somebody off of anything, right?
Yeah.
It could literally be anything. But you feeling embarrassment, period, that's something that you feel because of something that, whether it's something that you did or whatever, I think that is the redeemable, the redeemable action, or the place that creates the bedrock for you to build and be better. When you're worried about embarrassing someone else, you're constantly up against their morals or what they consider
and that's
good
the part that's not fair.
Yeah.
That is the part that's not fair. That is the part that is like manipulative.
Because it could change.
It gaslight, because it could change any. This doesn't embarrass me no more. This does. Bro, let me be me, please. Please let me. I promise you, I'm gonna be me. Let me be me. You'll love it here. Just let me be me.
Just let me be me.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think at this point in my life, I'm just way past that. I think no, I can't be bound by anyone else's expectations, or
that's
like
all it really
unreal
is.
Embarrassed. It's like if you can be that easily embarrassed, you might need to do some soul searching. It's like I think what's going on is I think you're projecting a lot. I think it's a reversal of what you're trying to put out. Like if you're too high up on your own pedestal, you might need to come down to reality. Right? Like if all this is so embarrassing to you, like you're not gonna have any real connection with any human.
Okay, so to wrap this up, put a nice pretty little bow on it.
Or a condom.
You know, depending on what you feel. I think we've agreed to a certain extent that embarrassment is necessary. Shame is necessary.
Shame is necessary. Embarrassment, I don't know. Shame, yes. Because I think shame is the thing that I think shame is the internal clock. It's the internal gauge. That's what keeps you, as we would say, that's what keeps you honest. Shame. Embarrassment, no, I don't like embarrassment.
Is there something, and you know, going back to the quote that I said, you know, the admission for mastery is embarrassment. Is there something that you are willing to be embarrassed for that you want to have mastery over?
Say, woman, is there something?
Is there something that you're willing to be embarrassed for that you want to have mastery over?
Oh yeah, my career. I don't mind going out there and embarrassing myself if I'm doing my best. every day. If I'm on that stage and I'm giving my best and I'm doing my best and I stink it up and I'm embarrassed, yeah, I will willingly be embarrassed for that.
Okay.
Like I will willingly be embarrassed for over that 10 times over.
I think it's the same for me. That
Parenting as well.
I'm about to say fatherhood too.
Fatherhood, I will be super embarrassed.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could. I have zero shame in regards to that. Like, listen, these are my kids. I am going to figure it out.
One way or another?
If one of them, like, I'm just gonna figure it out, bro. Like but the goal is, but like the other option is like not like if I have to like protect myself from being embarrassed, and then on the other end they lose, absolutely not.
Yeah, no. And I think also, and this is just me constantly just trying to be better, man. My marriage, I think there's a lot of times where just in my life, I know I have been embarrassed for some of the things that I've done just because when I was younger, being stupid and realizing the pain I am inflicting on people. But now, as I'm growing every day, I'm constantly not paying attention to expectations, but I'm constantly in a place of what can I do to be a better partner for her, to be something more for her. What can I do to help her to be better, to do better? And I'm willing to, not, mind you, not outwardly embarrass her or whatever, but I'm willing to be embarrassed by asking questions that she may deem dumb questions, or doing something and her being like, no, I don't like that, or whatever. Just the different things that can come or that can bring that embarrassment. But I'm willing to do it so that I can see what works and what doesn't work. Because I feel like otherwise you'll just be stuck in one place. Yeah.
Like it. I think we're those niggas.
I think so too.
I think we're those niggas. Cam, what you think? I think we're those niggas. Yeah, Cam agrees. If y'all agree, let us know what you think about embarrassment. If anybody embarrassed you, or if you have some
embarrassing stories
or anything like that, email us, guysnextdoor123@gmail.com. Put in the subject line embarrassment, and we'll engage with that and give you our thoughts on that. Make sure you follow us on Guys Next Door Pod, all social media platforms. Make sure you subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/Guys Next Door Pod. Make sure you catch us on YouTube. All the episodes going up. youtube.com/Guys Next Door Podcast. And that is everything. We'll see y'all black asses next week.
Peace.